fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. summer out there. Are you lonely like me? This just came out of nowhere. Drowning slowly, forgot how to breathe. Never thought you'd go apart. You never break my stupid heart. You took it all from me. Looked so different at the start, but now I'm searching in the dark for what we used to be. In my head, I still remember it all. Lost again, catch me, don't let me fall. No, just hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Stay awake to find the reasons. Is there someone else on the scene? 'Cause now I'm empty and uneven, still alive, but incomplete. Never thought you'd go apart. You never break my stupid heart. You took it all from me. Looks so different at the start, but now I'm searching in the dark for what we used to be. In my head, I still remember it all. Lost again, catch me, don't let me fall. No, just hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do. Just hold me like you do, like you used to. Hold me like you do. I've been learning how to love again. It's like a rush of blood straight to my head. I've been learning how to love again. I can feel it crawling.
All right, Chad, just give me 1 second here, everybody. I'm just dealing with a customer that just came on in, so just help me out with the customer really fast, real quick, and I will be live in just a few seconds, and we'll switch it over the screen, I promise. So just 1 second here.
I just wanna. make you do.
If
Okay, okay. Just gonna switch it over here. All right, so you're live. How we all doing, everybody? It is good to see everybody here. Adjust the monitor a little bit. I apologize for the super long delay on starting up everything, guys. It is been a little hectic in here already this morning, so just bear with me. But I think we got a good banger here for today's content. I will say, and also by the way, I do also want to say to Fox as well, man. Like I wanted to let you know, like I wasn't trying to come off as like an asshole when you were like you're managing the Ko-Fi page and things like that. Uh, I just again like when we're streaming and stuff like that, it's just that kind of idea of like if somebody else was to go into somebody's stream like, hey guys, I'm live right now, you would be kind of upset. You know, if somebody came into your stream and just talked about their PayPal page, all of a sudden, it's just one of those things that's like, are they asking me to try to go and test their page, right? You know, send them $1 to see if it works and stuff like that, right? You know, that's the kind of thing and stuff like that. And granted, I know you're a mod and stuff like that. But it's still just that point to have the courtesy and respect and stuff like that. But also on top of that, it's because on the many cases we've also have done many of these streams and stuff like that. So many oftentimes does things get off topic, and we do not stay on topic of the actual thing. And that's not like I'm like you guys can't have like your own fucking conversations and chat and stuff like that. But things that you're directing like towards talking to me about, it's like then you're taking it off course of what we're talking about, and that derails a whole ass conversation. It derails a whole ass topic and stuff like that. And then people get upset. Oh, well, he's not talking. He's not talking to me. He's not answering my question. He's not answering what I asked about or says about it. Well, you're not talking about the fucking topic at hand. So then guess what? That may not be answered right away. Just simple as that. I think that like a lot of people all kind of have that same feeling, and it's just why the hell has it got to be different on my stream than everybody else's fucking stream? So I'm kind of just taking that back in my own opinion. It's just like this is my way of being like, no, this is how we are going to do things on the channel. I want the conversations to like if we were talking about like today, there is a massive thing we should be talking about. Granted, I was trying to be courteous to give the whole day before we talked about it because it's kind of one of those things about the whole reactionary content and the commentary channels that I think a lot of people all can agree on is kind of the one big issue that they all have. And that is that a lot of these channels, the moment that a one big video drops from somebody else, they instantly jump on it and react to it. Now, Pegasus has a good point, and I wanted to talk about that. And I even mentioned that in my description down below. I wanted to talk about that specific actual comment that he made in his video talking about the H3H3 lawsuit. Now, his thing was that, oh, well, if it's my own video, I would prefer if people did react to it within the first 5 hours of it being uploaded so that they don't just, cannibalize the fucking, viewer count that he might have gotten for his hard work that he put into it. You're reacting to the content. That's not adding much. Yes, you could be adding a bunch of shit, verbally, whatever the case is, right? And all that other jazz. But if all you're doing is just talking, and even just adding a few screenshots and a few things here and there, that still is really dick to do right away. Now, there's big content creators such as like, people like, Tech Tones and Asmongold and, all the rest of these, commentary channels. As soon as something jumps out, they're on it, right? They don't give anybody time. They give no one fucking 5 hours. They don't give you a fucking day. So I do find that a little disingenuous, Pegasus, because let's be real. Do you really think like Nux does it to you as well? It'd be like 1 hour, maybe at best, after you've uploaded your video, he's got another video out. So I would say that. Now I will say though that a lot of times Nux does do the videos that you did the day before. So that is one thing I have noticed with Nux. That's why I'm always a day ahead when it comes to like the Pegasus streams, is because I've already watched that day's stream that he did or video, and so that way when Nux goes react to it, I'm now just getting what Nux's commentary is added to that. So that's the whole concept of that. But hear people like Pegasus be like, oh yes, you need to wait 5 hours. It's like, bro, okay, well you need to go tell your buddies that like Tech Tones and all them. Okay, as we go Tech Tone, you need to wait 5 hours after I upload my video, so that way you can then go do your video, or you can upload your video then after that 5 hour mark. Problem I have is that a lot of the times, as soon as that video is live on their stream, that's when they're reviewing it. They're not doing this in like a YouTube video outside of it, like how I will do, right? I will then make an actual YouTube video like I did the last time where we don't have any of the chat, but I'm reacting to the video myself. I upload it, and then I give my own take on it. That, I think, is a kind of a lot different than what we're seeing with the stream one. It's like, oh, no, that video just dropped. We got to watch it right now. Again, it's like, give him 5 hours. Let that fucking viewership build up. Yes, sure, adding to it. I would think that, like, unless it's live, he's also talking about, but I would argue that doing it live takes more of the viewership and, yes, can add to it a little bit. But when the bigger streamers are already watching it, those hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are already watching them are watching it vicariously through that video, right? They may go back later and watch it, and then the rest of that, viewership is coming from people who organically found that video when they saw it in their feed that day, or whether or not they actually went to go search for it that day, or they were just recommended it in the notifications also. So there is a little bit of a kind of, I feel like area. I wouldn't even say a gray. It is literally the area. Like, like I don't know if it's bad. I don't know if it's good. I really don't know. Gray area, you know what's good and bad. You're just kind of fine lining that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the reason why I do feel a little bit different on that one, chat. But look, at the end of the day, this if you're stealing views, it's okay till it's not, and done to them. Well, yeah, exactly, right. But I agree with that's what I was saying. I did agree with Pegasus' video idea with like at least give it 5 hours. That's fair. Okay, that is fair. Like, all right, 5 hours. You give me some time to let my views build up on that video, and then you can then take some of those views and bring them over to your your YouTube video or your Twitch stream or YouTube stream or what have you, right? Because ideally, when somebody sees that video going up, they may then all of a sudden, as soon as they see that video go up, oh, look, so-and-so is reacting to it right below it. Boop, I'm going to click that video instead. That's how that can all happen, too. It is wild, but I will say, I hands down got to give it to Ethan. He fucking played the system beautifully. He played it like a violin, dude. I do appreciate that there, Fox. I do appreciate that, brother. Truly do appreciate that, Dollar. Cheers to you, my man. We'll give it a little, we'll give it a little throwback for that, because again, for all the rants, hold on, we gotta get the camera down a little bit further. Hold on, because my ass is so small, There we go. I had to lift it up for you guys. I had to do a little twerk there for the camera for you guys for the dollar there. Appreciate that, there, Fox. Appreciate it, brother. This tip is weird. I know. I do like that you can add like little cat stickers, all that other stuff like that on the Rumble stuff. The stickers and the tips, always that. I love all those things. I appreciate those over there on Rumble. Truly awesome. And honestly, what I like about those ones is that they're just like the actual super chats on YouTube. Now I've seen some people kind of complain that because YouTube doesn't have shorts over here yet. That's been a big thing I've seen people complain about. But it happens. But those that don't know, in order to do what Ethan is doing, you have to go register your video with the actual yo shit. Thank you for the other dollar there, Fox. Appreciate that, dog. All right, here we'll do another one. There we go. Little ass shake for y'all. But the whole idea, though, what he did was he had to go register. Correct me if I'm wrong, Seafright. It's like with the Congressional Library of Recordings or whatever it is. It's an actual congressional thing, though, that you can go register content with, and then that way, if you then have somebody react to that content not within fair use, you then have grounds to sue them. Now, the whole bullshit lie that Hassan's been trying to say about the whole he tried to sue me, but it didn't work. So now he's suing Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron. That's not true. That is a fucking fallacy. As you'll see in the video, we are going to react to the content nuke itself, the second part of it. Again, we are going to do fair use. Now, I will argue that there are times that I have myself walked away from a video when it's playing. I have these AirPods in. You see this? Okay. I will a lot of times be still talking through this guy as I walk off camera, as I'm doing right now. Right now I'm taking a little hit so I can do it off camera without having to worry about fucking YouTube being like, oh gosh, he's got the vape. So I can walk off camera and I can do it that way, right? So I had the AirPod in, though I'm not missing anything verbally, at least I can still listen to the video, right? I can still then add to the video, even if I'm off camera, technically, right? That's still on camera, but I'm over here talking still. However, though, yes, there have been times when I've like ran to go use the bathroom, ran to go grab a drink, something like that. And maybe it's most likely it's usually 9 out of 10 times the chair strain though comes in a game, not when we're watching a content. Because I don't believe in that either. I don't think that it's fair to do to somebody is to react to their content, but then you get up off your chair and you go fucking run off and do God knows what for however long, and then next thing you know, you come back and the video's ended, you know, and I know like there's been moments with the Hassan moments that has happened there and stuff like that, and I know that like I've had moments where like I have commentated on a video and then a budget and everything like that. And then like right before the video ends, I go to like run and go grab like a drink or something like that really fast, come back, and I'm still listening to it again. At always times, I'm always listening to it still, or I've already pre-watched the video, so I already know that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave right here for a second. So when I come back, I'm gonna say this when I come back, right? Then sometimes, yes, I've come back. That video has ended and stuff like that, and then I will even try to go backwards in the video, bring it back up, go over it, and things like that. At the same time, though, when I never really re-upload my videos, like my reactionary content, because I think that's kind of cheap to do to YouTube like that. Now, my reactionary content I want to do is, like I said, I'm going to react to a video myself that'll be, days, weeks, months old, however, right? Or even like how there's a couple of guys I watch where like there's an Irish dude I watch where he reacts to clips of South Park. He doesn't do like full episodes, but he'll do like Rainey's greatest moments or Cartman's most wild moments and stuff like that. And he'll just react to the clips and see how long he can do before he just starts busting out laughing. It always fails. It always fails. But it's good laugh. It's good fun. It's just a nice little content to watch and stuff like that. But he doesn't just play the content and say nothing. He's reacting to it, all that stuff. So when you watch like let's say for a good example, this would be like an Asmongold react, right? Asmongold can react to a video, and that video could be like an hour long. Asmongold will make that a fucking 5 hour long video. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between doing these subtle like actual I would say these actual streams versus doing the actual just reactionary content like upload up to YouTube and stuff like that, like I plan to do. But again, I'm only gonna be reacting. There will be no blank moments. There's not gonna be no chair moment, none of that stuff like that. The other big thing too is I'm not going to use the full video because a lot of times when I see videos that are done like that on YouTube, what inspires me to always go back and watch that video later is that they don't watch the whole fucking thing. Even on stream, they might like highlight that video on stream, but then they link the video in the chat below, and then they're also like, hey guys, be sure to go follow that person, be sure to sub to their channel, be sure to like the video, do all that stuff, everything like that, and that's how they add more to that whole thing. Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I love when Asmongold saw that. He's like, "We love you, Ethan." Like when he did that, or he did the whole like, "We love you, Ethan." I was just like, "Yes, dude!" Like, well, that was so great because yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. That's literally why they will not be named. It is because they do so much more to that video on top of what was else in it too. Hassan can go fuck himself with the Twitch CEO. Fox says on Rumble. I mean, bro, at the end of the day, I mean, let's be real, okay? If anybody is doing the fucking, it's Hassan doing the fucking to Dan. Dan's too old and geriatric. He'd probably break a hip when fucking Hassan thrust into him too hard. Let's be real. You know what I mean? So let's be fucking real. Yeah, Hassan did. Yeah. Okay. I mean, literally, Hassan did the best example of that. 9 hours, bro. But he was also doing it for a fundraiser. He was reacting to it finally, right? And he only reacted to 30 minutes of it, right? And Asmongold, like you said, he did 3-4 hours video. Nux did, I think it was like 40 minutes over the actual video itself, which even still, that like Nux is adding his whole take to it as well. Asmongold adds his takes to it. Hassan, while they are shit takes, he did add takes to it and he did react, even if he did get up that time to go take a piss here and there. However, at the end of the day, he did do a lot more. But I would also argue that was the one day he actually paused it when he went up to go take a piss or go get a drink and stuff like that, And then once he had Ian there, then he could just be like, hey, Ian, give me that water while I'm still watching this video here. That was the best. Like, bro, being the water boy moment, oof, so good. But you guys see what I'm saying here, dogs, right? Like, it's like we're trying to do the content, and I want to be in fair use as well with my content. I don't want that trade ended up getting screwed up. And and Ethan's kind of stated too, like, look, man, I'm not trying to go after the entire commentary fucking group, because that would be way too crazy to be doing something like that. But at the same time, he's like, I do want to kind of put my foot down on this situation. Like, this needs to be addressed. Like, we can't just have people be like, oh, well, cool. So I can just, do whatever I want, because at the end of the day, there won't be any said repercussions for the actual, for the, not doing fair use. And I'm sorry, but Denims, you fucked up. You fucked up big, okay? Casey Tron, I'm sorry, look, you make a bad name for stoners. I'm a fucking stoner. And I'm sorry, 46 fucking hits for his entire video? Dude, you realize that I will take maybe 4, maybe 6 actual good solid dab hits. And those dab hits are one loaded dab on an E-rig, which normally for most people when they're doing a dab hit, that'd be one hit, gone, go and load another one, gone, load another one, gone. And the reason I bring that up is that means that's how much more they're wasting in money. Okay, I'll load one hit, and I'll get like 6, 10, maybe 15 hits off that guy. But I will take those hits over the course of quite a few hours, all right? So for the fact that Ethan's video was as long as it was, I would probably have took a hit maybe at the beginning of that video, and then the entire time, yeah, maybe I'm vaping, sure, I'm hitting my nicotine, but what the fuck ever, fucking sue me, all right? Like, I'm allowed to have my addictions, all right? At the end of the day, if I want to vape through this video, I can. Who gives a shit, But of course, YouTube will then deem it, 18 plus, so that's why you guys see me do this. That way I can still be a fucking adult, hit my shit, but do it on camera. And again, this way people like YouTube doesn't just hit me with that stupid thing, even though I'm literally clearly saying, I am not promoting this. I am not telling people to do this. I do not advocate for you to do it. I don't want anybody to go vape. I don't want anybody to go fucking use any nicotine if you've never used nicotine in your life. If you're a cigarette smoker, sure, go use vaping to quit smoking, but then eventually go please quit vaping. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always about that. I'm never going to be like, hey, guys, go out and vape. Unless you're already a vapor, then yes, please support your mom and pop local brick and mortar stores. Only if you're 21 and older, though. Simple as that. It's like, damn, it's not that hard to put a disclaimer up like that. I don't want kids doing it. Like, yeah, I was a kid who was a teenager smoker. That does not mean that I endorse, therefore, teenager smoking. It means that I know that I should have done it, and I only did because I was trying to fucking not even be cool. I had friends that were all cutters and shit like that, and that's what they were doing as a cool thing, right? As when they were dealing with their depression. And I just remember being like, yeah, I'm gonna wear my scars on the inside. Can I get a cigarette, please? And yeah, that's what I just did. I smoked. Why bother cutting when I can just sit there and chill outside and be like, beautiful day outside, have a cigarette, have a cup of coffee. You're like, this is good. This is good. I don't feel so bad anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that's so much better than going, oh, God. Like, fucking, God, dude. Get over it. All right. That's all I got to say. All right. Just get the fuck over yourself. If that's what you thought was going to get people's attention, it got the wrong attention. Just saying. We all can agree with that. Cutters are the worst, dude. Like, I'm not saying just, like, fucking do it, because, like, literally that's horrible. But, like, literally, if you want attention, there are so many better ways of getting attention other than cutting yourself, dude. If you're that depressed, please go and seek help. Seriously. There is so many hotlines. There are people out there. There are resources at hand, books. There are tons of people who have gone through your position and have been through that same line. There's streamers. There are actively streamers who actually go out and work really hard in trying to help people, give them a safe place for them to talk about shit like this, man. So please, go and use all the resources you can. Their knee and ass broken switch. Their knee and ass broken switch to in front of Japan. Now everyone is pissed at him. Wait, what? I don't know if autocorrect fucked you over or what, but I don't know if that's exactly how you meant to word that. But that kind of came out weird. So about to switch to in front of Japan, and now everyone's pissed at him. I mean, hey, I know Buddha said not to go buy the fucking Switch 2, and then he went and bought it. So, real quick though, we're gonna go ahead and get this ready. We need this screen here, and the title of this video is I am suing these 3 creators. So let me go ahead. I want to link this video in the chat, by the way. So what we're gonna do real fast here is we're just do it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna go through each one. Boom. We'll go on Rumble, do it this way, boom, and then over on Steam or Steam Kick. Okay. All right. So there's a link to all of you guys for that video. Again, this is from H3H3 podcast. I'm dropping a like on it already. Be sure to like it, subscribe, add everything you guys can to the viewership. Please make sure to watch the entirety of the video if you guys can outside of the stream. Make sure to also, like I said, drop a like to it. Be sure to drop a subscribe to it. Why am I also not subscribed already to him? Subscribe to H3H3 if you guys can. Again, look, he might be a leftist podcaster, stuff like that. I do like a lot of his takes. I do agree with Ethan a lot of the times. And a lot of the times, too, I just like his fucking content, man. Vape Nation was one of my fucking favorites, dude. Remember all that shit? Yo, Vape Nation. You remember that shit? And look, I work in a legit vape store, dude. We have those actual types of vapes right here. So yeah. If fucking YouTube wasn't such a prissy ass little bitch about this shit, I would be allowed to hit my fucking vapes. Where the fuck is my juice at? I'd be able to actually hit my vapes on the fucking camera here without fucking YouTube having a complete bitch fit and be like, oh, he's doing drugs. He's doing drugs, guys. He's vaping. It's like, yeah, okay, nicotine is not really drugs. All right, let's get the fuck over ourselves. If you think nicotine is drugs, then your alcohol is drugs too, then. Shut the fuck up, YouTube. Just saying, dude. Stop playing fucking favorites, okay? How come somebody can have a Bud Light or Budweiser fucking sponsorship? Oh, dear God, if somebody's vaping, that might actually help them quit smoking. That would have killed them. But instead, they, fucking, literally elongate their lives just a little bit more because they're actually vaping instead of smoking. But, oh, yeah, that's bad. But, hey, man, go ahead and plow around, 30 fucking rounds. That's okay. Again, YouTube, you fucking sound so stupid when you do shit like this. I'm fucking saying, man, come on. Like, you gotta see how dumb you look when you do shit like that. Come on. But I digress. I'm trying to get, oh my gosh. I'm trying to get the other, there we go. Okay, so I'm trying to do this so I can actually click all my windows way easier and be able to watch or see all my chat windows. The Vape Nation. I know. I miss Vape Nation, dude. That shit was so funny. That shit was so fucking funny. Okay. This way I can kind of, oh, I don't know why I had to do that. Thank you. Please don't do that. I didn't ask you to do that. All right, there we go. Now I have those situated. So I can just do this. Oh, wait, before I hit play, let me grab my bottle of water. I was going to make some G Fuel here. Going to make some of that Dream Demon tonight. So again, as I'm walking away, I'm still talking. We're still vibing and stuff like that, I'm not just trying to leave the channel or anything like that with nobody there or anything like that. Also, I was going to bring over here. I was going to bring those guys right there. So I'm actually going to try one of these out in a little bit too while we're on stream and see how I actually like them more so. But the knickknacks, I got lemon and I got blood orange flavored. And so I'm actually going to try these bad boys out. I've been actually gifting them out a lot more than I've actually been using them myself, sadly. So how long was that video? Like that. How long ago? Oh, how long ago was Vape Nation? Yo, that's a good question. Let's go look it up real quick. Vape Nation. 9 years ago, dog. Holy shit. Oh, yo, dude, they had a fucking 7 years ago. They had Jordan Peterson take a vape hit off that shit. Holy fuck, man! I would have loved to hit that vape rig. I would have loved to hit that vape rig. That is so fucking cool, dude. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Dude, right? 29 million views. It was such a dorky but funny video at the same time, man. Fucking love that shit. Again, if you guys don't remember this classic video right here, oh wait, give me 1 second. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back.
Hey, what up, peeps? It's your boy Ethan from H3H3. The sun finally came out. It's a beautiful, nice, warm day here in New York City, and I wanted to show you
Riding
all
subway,
what
yeah.
I'm about. A little peep into the world of EK from H3. Vape Nation!
No, dude, the outfit and the fake nation thing shit. The way people are looking like, what the fuck?
Today, I'm on a mission to rip the fattest vape. So I'm headed down to...
Dude, yeah, this was such a fucking great one. Again, chat, if you have not seen this classic fucking epic video, please go watch Vape Nation, man. Like, it was one of the reasons why I legitimately felt a little bit better being a vapor, because I'm like, oh, look, we can all make fun of ourselves, but if you could have somebody that does something like that absolutely just rips everybody apart for it, it's fucking hilarious. But at the same time, though, legitimately, like, did it with all being a good sport the entire time, too. Like, legitimately, I've never once had, like, an issue where I've seen Ethan be like, oh, yeah, vaping's really killing all the youth, man. Vaping, fucking youth vaping, da-da-da-da. Like, legitimately, okay, look. Once they changed it to 21, vaping amongst minors legitimately dropped at an all-time low that it never happened, even with fucking raising it to 18 with cigarettes. It's insane, dude. Appreciate all that there, Fox. It's absolutely insane, though. And granted, I don't agree that you need to have one of these all the time, right? Like, these are 50 milligrams. Yeah, you can have, these work really well for people to, just quit smoking. But honestly, at the end of the day, dude, like, as you guys saw, this is 3 milligrams of strawberry cheesecake right here that I've loaded up on this mod, okay? That's what I tend to use the most, is I use juices like this. And this guy here, I actually have some of this claws, apple bear claws. So, like the actual, like those, the bear claw donuts and stuff like that. So I got the apple bear claw version of that. And I got that and this Vupu over here, on this Drag 4, on a Geek Vape Max tank. So, yeah, and if fucking YouTube wasn't such a, a pansy bitch, but I'd fucking be ripping my vape on camera and stuff like that. We used to. You know what I mean? But when I'm streaming on YouTube, I'm going to try to respect those rules just a little bit, just so that way I can still, hopefully get this video out to other people and get a bigger audience, and then it just being, fucking, everybody who's 21 and older. And it's like, oh, cool, thanks, guys. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, that's still a great deal of people that use YouTube, but how many more are like, 17, 8? Like, there's a lot of teenagers, but a lot of teenagers are streamers. You know what I mean? They're the content creators. They're the ones absorbing a lot of that content. So you want that to be the biggest reaching one. I don't really want kids. I want this shit to reach out to like teens that are like literally just starting off their fucking streaming careers. And they're like, dude, I don't know if I should do like reactionary content. Should I do commentary channels and stuff like that? And then they fall the fucking same traps as somebody like Hassan. They go, oh, it must be okay for me to go ahead and react to this video. Just be like, boop. Like, no, dude, you can't do that shit. You can't just fucking walk off, video play in the background, and you just go make yourself a fucking, an omelet and shit like that. Come back and it's over. Oh, sorry, guys, I didn't add any commentary to this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed their video. You just played their fucking video while you just did nothing. You absolute asshole.
Hi there. My name is Ethan Card, and my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite
fucking love you, Ethan.
with
She's
you.
OP.
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
Generational wealth for my attorney.
Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called Reactionary.
Was that a tag or was that actually a fucking little spider that was trying to get my neck?
On in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak.
Okay, so I will say that is something that now, as much as like you hear me get complaining about pausing, I think there is an over amount of pausing where I think that there is a certain amount of times where it's like, look, if you were going to say that, just fucking have said it the first fucking time. Like, give it a few seconds now, pause it then. You know what I mean? Like, because like a lot of times when you're pausing it, then if you do it that much, you need to go back and then rewind it a bit for your audience. So that way they can catch back what might have been missed when you did that. Because legitimately, a lot of times when people fucking do that whole like, pause, they're like the audience themselves or even yourself can lose the actual like idea of what the video was about. You lose what the whole core concept of it was, and it's like, oh, cool. So what were we even talking about, guys? You know what I mean? It's like when you say a word over and over and over again, and eventually it loses all meaning. It kind of happens to be the same thing, I feel like.
Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize.
I do not agree with that. I fucking do not agree with that. I do not. That is one of the reasons why I don't fucking try to look for a way to, copy their thumbnail and do exactly what they did. You know what I mean? Like, that's just so scummy to do. Like, especially like, hey, doing my Dr. Squatch content. One of the biggest guys out there that does Squatch reviews, Frickcast. If anybody wanted to really get a leg up in the fucking industry of doing, soap reviews, you would just copy his fucking thumbnails. But if you did that, it would be obvious, and then he would probably be like, hey, don't fucking do that, right? Because it's wrong. You don't do that shit. Like, dude, have fucking some creativity. And, like, I think people that do that type of shit, especially content creators that do that, you just show me that you are lazy as fuck, or that you're hiring lazy as fuck editors. Because let's be real, a lot of people like XQC and all that, they're not doing that shit anymore. They're hiring somebody else to do that for them. So, of course, it's somebody else's damn fault, not their own anymore. But still, they're the last person to say something, or they're the one that maybe make the post or whatever. So they should have a say-so and be like, hey, don't do that. It makes my reputation look bad. You know what I mean? It's like, so especially as XQC, it's like, if you're going to take that blatant fucking ripoff, or, Hassan, if you're going to do a blatant ripoff of that fucking thumbnail, then you definitely should be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, because maybe I'm telling people that I have no creativity at all in my head. You know what I mean, chat? So
traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video.
So, okay, again, I agree and I disagree with that. I think that it's okay to watch an entire video on your stream and react to it in the entirety of it, so long as you actually are adding something to it, so long as you also link the video, so long as you give credit to where credit is due. You did not make that content, therefore you do not just claim all that content. Therefore, you don't get to just sit there, upload the video, or do the stream without linking the video in some form or way. I linked it at the beginning of the video, and then when we get done with the end of the video, I'll link it again, and I'll also make sure to make sure to tell you guys to drop a subscribe and a like and everything like that to H3H3. That is how I feel like you should do that. I mean, fuck, we've already had the video started in only 1 minute and 5 seconds, and I've already paused it, 3-4 times already? That's what I'm talking about.
A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, they could do the bare minimum.
So I think it is ethical. I think it is ethical to a degree. I think depending on the context, depending on the situation, it is definitely ethical to show the entirety of the video. If you're doing like a debate, or if you're doing something like that, that is something very informative, you need to show the entirety of the context. It needs to have all of it there. Now, if we're talking about, I don't know, like you're showing, like you're reacting to a video of like somebody, just dicking around and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, you don't need to really react to the whole fucking video, do you? The other flip side of this whole thing is Hassan's video of all the controversies where we've been, what we've seen in the court of law. Yeah, true that. Leave it at their Fox. That's the other thing, all the controversies. But not only that, too, is like, think about that, all of his friends are being sued. Not one of them has gotten a donation from him. He hasn't helped out one of them yet with their legal fees, which he legitimately, they're all doing this because they think that he's going to give them something, or he's going to work with them more, or he's going to platform them more, or he's going to praise them so much. He literally just said, hey guys, look, go help them out. I don't want to do it, you go help them. That's practically what he said to his viewers. I do like this one the most, honestly. Speaking of that, Brooks, dude, the Dream Demon, so good. Obviously, the Amy is my favorite if you have milk. If you ain't got milk, you just do it with water. I think Dream Demon and the Sour Blue Chug Rug is still actually my favorite.
And ask for permission, something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content
I mean, again, I also though think that it's okay to do the whole video so long as you add actual commentary to it. All right, like again, I'm going to be reacting to this whole ass video. One, it's 20 minutes long. Two, one of the other bigger things too about this is that this is again kind of like one of those informative videos. I feel like you need to have full context. Yes, again, I want you all to go back later on and go watch H3H3 podcast and go check out this video. Please go and add that in there. And then, of course, please add also in there Vape Nation as well, because this is just a good classic, fun video that he did back in the times when Ethan was just having fun, back when drama wasn't like it is now, And I think that's what pisses me off so much is that, like to see how much bullshit has come out of all this, and it's all because fucking Hassan has to be one of the world's worst fucking human beings, and yet Twitch does actively nothing. YouTube barely does anything. And yet you have this piece of shit constantly just promoting his fucking terrorist propaganda all over the fucking internet. Then you got these brainwashed little fucking denizens of fucking, Denims, fucking Frog in the Hut. You got fucking, Casey Tron. You got Mike from PA. All this other shit like that. And when you get to a point when fucking Destiny actually makes a more valid point than you do, you've lost the fucking plot. Okay? And I think Destiny is an absolute fucking retard and needs to be completely fucking, absolutely silenced on all platforms. The dude does not need to be on Kick. He does not need to be on fucking Twitch. Doesn't need to be on anywhere. Granted, he's been permanently banned on Twitch. Needs to be followed up on Kick as well. I get the whole freedom of speech thing and stuff like that. Dude literally needs to be in jail, okay? I think we can agree with that, Kick. He literally has done revenge porn, okay? That is literally something that you should be in jail for. Dude, I know, right? Dude, when they said Casey Tron, I was like, dude, I didn't even think she was around anymore. I thought she gave up content. Because I thought did she get into like a fucking beef with fucking Trisha Paytas? And Trisha fucking owned her ass and shit like that? Because Casey Tron, oh, dude, the fucking Nightmare Blunt rotation, by the way. The fact that Denims, Casey Tron, and Anissa have actually done a podcast together, please gag me with a spoon. That shit is gross as fuck, man. Like, talk about massive cringe. But honestly, I'm not even joking, chat. I thought Casey Tron had fallen off the face of the earth at this point. Like, legitimately, I thought like she had gotten some huge beef with Trisha. I thought like that was pretty much the end of her career. I thought she pretty much fucked herself into the corner because she started doing the begging streams where she was turning around and begging people while she was working at McDonald's. And did she get fired from the McDonald's too because she was like wearing the outfit while being on live? And then it would come out that like they had fired her fucking months prior, but she had just never returned the outfit. She just been using it to milk fucking money from her fucking fans. So again, dude, she's never been a good person. And of course, she's always there fucking trying to suck up Hassan's cock over there, trying to be like, oh, Daddy Hassan, please give me some bits. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, fucking go be an actual content creator. I know it's hard for you, Casey, because, I mean, you got to take apparently 46 bong rips before you can even fucking take one day and be like, what are they talking about? I don't even remember, guys. Like, dude, I have epilepsy. I use cannabis because I fucking need to be able to function like a human being. You use cannabis and you fucking disgrace the name of what it means to be a stoner, you absolute fucking imbecilic moron. Dude, and the Denims, you dumb bitch. You dumb fucking bitch. Hey guys, if you enjoyed my content and you don't want to support, Ethan, just go ahead and sub to me. Are you really serious? You idiot. You're just gonna say, hey guys, yeah, I'm gonna steal his content. I don't want you guys to go watch it, but I want you guys to go and give me money. What? How stupid can you be, Denims? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never fucking mind.
Essentially get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening. I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This
100%.
culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects.
No, I wasn't just walking off. I was just right there taking my vape. I just didn't want to.
In which case, I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So, in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It does.
I'm sorry, that's not okay. Look, man, I like some of your content and everything like that. I think you're a funny guy and all, but dude, that's not okay. To just be like, no, I don't think that it should bother me. I shouldn't be bothered at all. I shouldn't care. Da, da, da. Bro, even if it's illegal, you're like, no, I don't care because nobody's gonna bother to do this or do that. It's like this is why the reactionary content channels are so bold and brazen in what they will do, like going and leaving just as the video's just playing because they're like, oh, well, I mean, fucking, why should it matter, right? Nobody's gonna go after anybody, right? Well, your chickens just came to fucking roost.
Matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
But that's fair.
But it does matter.
Full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your prime, then watch your prime content.
Do it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing,
exactly,
you'll see are much, much worse. Now,
again, it does have to do with intent. How you intended to go about your actions does hold weight on those consequences. So when they go to this in court, the fact that the intention for Denims and Frogan and the rest of them to react to this video to fuck Ethan over, like, come on, bro. Also, by the way, fucking C4, when I saw that Justin TV time, I was actually thinking in my head too. I was like, I was literally racking in my head this entire time after you said that. I honestly forgot that she was on there during Justin TV time. Because I watched Ninja and Tim at that time. Like, that's who got me into streaming, was Ninja and fucking Tim. Back when it was Justin TV. Because Tim had the long fucking flowing hair and shit. He was doing like the fucking, I think he was still working at Buffalo Wild Wings at that time and shit. It was like, fucking, because I remember he would be home and he'd have like the Buffalo Wild Wings shirt on. And then fucking, you got fucking, Ninja over there doing his fucking, early days of PUBG and all that other shit like that. Yeah, that's right. That's why fucking WoW blew up huge at that time too. That's why Asmongold got so huge. Yeah, right. That was back when she was cool, but she wasn't such a massive stoner and everything like that. I feel like the money that she got eventually went to her head, and then she lost all that money, and then she just became the fucking giant e-beggar. Because I remember people making fun of her begging around the same time as Bad Bunny doing the whole, "Are you kidding me? It's $5." Oh my god, I fucking hate that woman. Her voice is so fucking annoying. It's like fucking Janice. Y'all remember that fucking, oh my fucking god, not Janice, France. That was the name of the girl, fucking France. That fucking voice. It was the name. What was that show? What was the name of that show? Correct me if I'm wrong. The nanny, was it the nanny that bitch played on? Was it the British dad that had the 2 kids? They had like a fucking they had a butler named Niles as well too. Like, dude, that fucking voice, man. Don't really watch it. Fair point. I watch too much TV. Dude, I'm like the encyclopedia of useless knowledge when it comes to fucking old TV shows too. Like, I used to be able to whistle. I could kind of still do it, but I used to be able to verbatim do the Andy Griffith show fucking from start to finish, that whole whistle. Like, not even joking, dude. I watched that much Andy Griffith. All right? Same with the fucking Sanford and Son. And mind you, I'm in my 30s. That's shit you would hear people that are like in their 60s and 70s say that they were watching as kids. I was watching that shit as a kid because my grandmother watched that shit religiously. Plus, my mom loved Sanford and Son. Plus, Golden Girls cannot go wrong with the Golden Girls, man. Sophia was the shit. Everybody loved Sophia. Come on, man. I like Cheers and Star Trek, maybe 3 others. Okay, fair point. I did like Cheers. I did like Cheers to a degree. I watched that and Wing. every so often when it would come on Nick at Night. It was the only shows I could stomach on Nick at Night. Otherwise, you had Full House. Fuck you, Bob Saget. I hated Full House. Like, I'm not joking. I legitimately hated watching Full House, dude. That shit drove me insane. Let me make sure we're not missing any chats over here. Okay.
Ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom, or to eat, or to talk to his mom, or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time, and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to leave the area.
Dude, this is great. Okay, now granted, yes, in all the years I've streamed, have I had my moments where I got up and left the chair there? Yes, I have. Yo, what is up, Legend? Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. Glad to have you over here, Legend. Glad to have you over here, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Real quick, a big shout out for our boy Legend here. Let me pull up his actual channel here. If you guys aren't following Legend over here on YouTube and stuff like that, guys, or not YouTube, sorry, over on Rumble, be sure to drop him a follow. I was over on YouTube is when I did that. That's why I saw that when I said that. Where the hell is my chat? There it is. So make sure you post this link in everywhere. Be sure to go drop Legend a follow, guys. Awesome human being. Just chilling. Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. I don't know if you've you kept up on all the crazy news lately that's been going on with all the stuff with Hassan Piker, the terrorist sympathizer galore, practically a fucking terrorist himself at this point. Dude is like one riot away from being an actual terrorist. I feel like, you know, we'll see, chat. We'll see. I'm waiting for that Nux 1,000% video where he's actually in jail and arrested for absolutely being a complete degenerate fuckstain. This dude has legitimately just completely ruined what it means to be a content creator in these days. You know, and on top of that, the fact that he is as brazen to, you know, legitimately fucking support actual terrorist organizations is just a mind fuck, bro. It's just an absolute mind fuck. But the fact that he does this, Twitch does nothing about that, right? Now, I know some people might have some issues how Rumble's kind of handled some things recently, but I guarantee you, though, Rumble will not allow that shit to go on their platform. Now, again, granted, though, you do have Jimmy Dore and Ian Carroll, who do say some pretty wild and outlandish shit, especially when they call fucking, you know, Jimmy, again, I used to love you, buddy, but you can't be calling the fighters over there in Palestine fucking freedom fighters when that is Hamas, okay? When the Palestinian people themselves are like, get them the fuck out of here, okay? You know you done fucked up. So it's been a crazy wild ride over here with the content, dude. We've been trying to cover all this the best we can, but now finally Hassan's little orbit is being sued, which in turn is in fact because of Hassan, which is going to start costing him a lot of his friends and a lot of money. So I especially think that this one here is going to be the big one that really helps push Twitch into the limelight to be like, hey, what are you guys doing? You guys are letting people do shit like this. They're breaking the law. They're literally, you know, propaganding fucking for, you know, for terrorists over there. Like, Twitch, what are you doing, man? I think Bezos might want to get rid of you here soon. And you know what? It would be great is if Elon did abandon his whole idea of making X into a streaming platform and just said, fuck it, let me go buy fucking Twitch. Just saying, guys. It'd be crazy. I mean, look at this, dude.
And it was in this setting that I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would.
Yep.
I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would.
Dude, the trap,
pretty much every
the trap when set literally caught them so gloriously, dude. Like, once you start to see how fucking diabolical Ethan was with this chat, I think a lot of you are going to start to finally realize, hey, you know, if I'm a content creator and I'm doing reactionary content, I need to do a better job. Hey, if I'm doing content in general, I need to do a better job. Hey, if I'm just being a decent human being, then I don't have to do a better job because I'm already being a decent human being. Funny. See, that's the thing. You know, at the end of the day, if all these people would have just be decent human beings, they would have never had to do any of this shit. But unfortunately, they're all pieces of shit. And like the rest of the pieces of shit out there, they had to learn, you know, the great old fucking Chinese proverb of "fuck around and find out." Great proverb, yeah, you know, Confucius once said. So now they are finally, you know, figuring out the finding out portion of this after they've been fucking around for the last how many years now. And it is quite honestly fucking glorious to see the downfall, the crash outs, if you will, of every one of these morons sitting here being like, what? Huh? What do you mean? I did something. Huh? That's how they're all acting, okay? That's how these motherfuckers are all acting. All right? The best part about all this is that every one of them also thinks that they're innocent, that they did nothing wrong. They were just doing what they would always do. But that lies there the problem. They literally are such fuck-ups, they no longer realize they're fucking up. To them, it's just business as usual, baby. The rest of us, it's literally this constant struggle of trying to make good fucking content, trying to actually build something upon these fucking platforms that would make people smile, be entertained, enjoy that shit. I mean, look at all this stuff that Ethan has done over the years, right? With his fucking family and the crew that they built up over there. Again, the whole Vape Nation video, as I said, great and fantastic video. Go and check it out. Go and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to go check out the content nuke, all right? Because literally, the content nuke is, in fact, a really good piece of fucking information that really showcases how shitty Hassan really is. Then you take that in context with all of the videos that not only that Nux has done, but MorePegasus has done, and then you start to get a lot better picture of not just fucking Hassan, but all of these leftist streamers that have started to try to cannibalize themselves because, oh, you disagreed with this thing, you didn't agree with every single point, you're now one of the fucking conservative right-wing Nazis. And that's where all of this is starting to come at each other. The fact that literally every single one of these guys are screaming at each other, you're a Nazi, no, you're a Nazi, oh, he's a Nazi, oh, Trump's Hitler. And to see the Trump derangement syndrome that overtakes a lot of these idiots. And that so, like, it's like literally their biggest thing too is like, oh, so long as I don't fall into the realm of what I think is what Trump has done, then I'm a good guy. Okay, but in reality, though, is you're making him look like a fucking saint in comparison to all the actions you have all done. None the least fucking, Hassan Piker, Mr. fucking Diddy Parties himself, Mr. goes to a brothel that was raided by fucking Interpol for literally sex trafficking minors. You absolute imbecilic fucking moron. And has the balls to go to these riots. You absolute fucking idiot. But again, the trap was not set for you, Hassan, because as Ethan will say, he invited you to watch it. You did. However, the other three were not invited. And the other three did not watch it like you did, or Asmongold, or Nux, or anybody else that reacted to the content nuke. You, sir, were protected from this one. But it was only so that you could be the one that causes this to happen, that causes the fallout from the rest of this. Because at the end of the day, Ethan wasn't trying to go after you. He was trying to go after your kids, who the perceived, the proverbial, in a sense, the ideally what the internet would perceive as your children, Denims, Frogan, Caseytron, the three little bitches that could and wish they fucking had literally an ounce of your fucking wealth. Okay, the only one that comes even close to it is Denims, and that's because she whores herself out on the internet. She's an OnlyFans whore. What the fuck do you expect? Okay.
Streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is,
there
were
they did.
Few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership.
50,000 people and you say nothing while the video is playing? You, madam, are a complete piece of shit, bitch, fucking cunt. You deserve to have your channel completely removed off of Twitch. You are legitimately the absolute fucking scum of the earth.
She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who have supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and
100%.
streamers to commit
100%.
copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double Asians for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement, but how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
How do you?
Hey guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video.
Thank you for taking the stand here and showing us how much of a complete fucking idiot you are, you absolute dumb bitch.
Follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed
Throw a prime.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denim's the queen of self.
Dude. The problem that I have the most with Denims, right, is that she is absolutely a complete scumbag, okay? She literally used to glaze and fucking, suck the teat of Destiny, and then when she couldn't, quite literally actually suck his dick, she wanted to fuck him. And this is not a hyperbole, this is not anything like that. Legitimately, she was upset with him because she wanted to fuck him, and he turned her down. So then, when she couldn't get the Destiny dick, she decides she's going to go for Hassan's dick, which is absolutely hilarious because I'm pretty sure Hassan at this point might be actually gay. And you think about how many of these women that he's actually turned down. And look, Denims is not unattractive by any means. Neither is Taylor Lorenz. But the fact that these women have literally thrown themselves at this dude and he's been like, nah, let me go to a brothel where they got minors instead. I think you might be a little too old for him there, honey. Just saying, allegedly, you might be too old for him.
You prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating?
Dude, when he mic dropped that moment right there, mind fucking blown, okay? Again, this video is 2 days old, by the way. So, again, I'm giving the courtesy of letting this video have been up for a while before we reacted to it and all that stuff like that, chat. So, again, as I stated earlier, I wanted to make sure that we did try to, fall in line with what, they wanted for the content, reactionary stuff. For the reactionary channels to react to their content. Now, I was just going to point out, though, real quick, though, that he had planned that so fucking well that these absolute fucking morons could not help themselves but just suck up those little crumbs that they could of all this shit. And what happened? They fucked themselves and trying to be like, ha ha, look at us guys. We're gonna gotcha, fucking Ethan. Ha ha. We're also gonna send skulls to his family as a death threat. Ha, that's so funny, guys. Really? Like, you guys fucking took internet drama to the next fucking level. You sent CPS after his kids. You sent skulls to his house. What else do you think this dude was gonna do to fucking just roll over and take the shit you all been throwing at him? Fuck you all. You guys are pieces of shit. Legitimately, anybody who has stood there and been like, yes, I'm with Hassan and all of his orbiters to fucking go against Ethan and all this shit, you have literally shown us not only are you an anti-Semitic, but you are quite literally the lowest of the low, and you should literally just go ahead, get the fuck off the internet, go live with an Amish community, because you don't need to be on the fucking internet ever again. And it's the kindest way I can put all of this. Because trust me, I want to say things far worse.
Though theoretically, I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like H3H3 and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want.
Yeah, look at that. Asmongold's real quick. Look at that. So you got
and
Asmongold's video was 3 hours and 42 minutes long, when the original content was only an hour and 15 minutes. So he added literally fucking a whole ass 2 hours and 30 something minutes to it. Whereas, even XQC added a whole ass hour and 15 minutes to it. Even XQC
may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite.
Exactly.
I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior.
Right there. That in itself is so not okay. She takes out the AirPods, all right? Or the earbuds that she has in, because they're fucking plugged in. Because that bitch can't somehow afford fucking AirPods. All right? These may be hand-me-downs. Guess what? These at least work. I can still talk to you guys. I can still listen to the video and still be going to go get a drink. Sure, if I'm going to go take a piss, I might mute it. But guess what, though? If I'm going to be doing something like that, I'm actually again, usually in this case, I'm not watching a video. I'm playing a video game. I'm just going to go mute my mic and run to the bathroom. But if I'm watching a video, I'll probably pause the video so that way I can add my commentary to the video. That's the whole point of doing a commentation.
That not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed,
I think I've been on the camera long enough
to that terrible video
without doing this, so I'm going to do it. So I don't have to keep going off camera, especially if we're talking about this part of the video.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, "Hey,
see what I mean?
I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me."
And she says, "I'll leave it
is
playing, guys. Is that okay? Here, I'll just leave it
people
playing.
like
Lock my fat ass
TV
off."
shows on stream. My fear is that
And she's
Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent.
I'm sorry, was that
could
fucking mean? I'm
endanger our
sorry.
entire field.
Jabba the Hutt,
Before
fucking
I tell
bitch.
you who the three people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear.
Dude, when they refer to the Hassan orbit, I think everybody just thinks of Frogan instantly because of how fat she is.
That I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All three are on this list. In fact, they're the only three, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Okay, this again, chat pisses me off, man.
Dog, what do you look? You think I'm?
Okay, yeah, I've coughed on the camera a few times. I've done that a few times. We all know that, all right? How many times have I muted my fucking mic? How many times have I muted that shit so I didn't cough into the microphone, right? But not only that, the fact that there's a counter and that there's 46 bong hits before she says one line, chat, that's what pisses me off, all right? She gives stoners a bad name, all right? Legitimately. Like, let's be real. Let's be real right now, chat. Let's be real, okay? I'm gonna do something here. do something here real quick. We need to create another desktop just so I can do this real quick. Checked. That's right. Cancel. Screw it. This is gonna be a little bit longer to record because I have the adapter to this one instead of just being plugged into it because it has a spare cord. So we're just gonna do it this way, chat. Okay, legitimately. Okay, just pointing this out. So I got my crustos over here from when I was eating some food here. Okay. I mean, you can have that opinion though, bro. I mean, but at the end of the day, I'm just gonna say I don't think he's that dumb. I think that a lot of y'all just don't understand politics, and again, especially your ass is way too young to even understand politics. So I wouldn't even make an opinion, buddy. I wouldn't really give out an opinion that's gonna be like, oh, our president is dumb. Okay, well, I mean, what do you think is so dumb that he did? All right, let's hear it, buddy. I'm just pointing out, man, like legitimately 90% of the stuff that you guys say is stuff that he says dumb. I'm going to tell you right now is you all not understanding politics or economics, okay? Just being honest, okay? Like, and if any of you says, oh, he's going to war with Iran, shut the fuck up. You're being stupid. You don't even understand it. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Legitimately, shut the fuck up. Okay, go watch a Nux video and then come talk to me, all right? That's all I'm going to fucking say. Any one of you is dumb enough to fucking think that we are going to war with Iran, please shut the fuck up and go fucking listen to a fucking Nux video. I promise you. I promise you. All right, let's look that up right now. I doubt that. I just fucking figured out how to spell license. Hold on. There we go. Okay, right there. See? No. So, legitimately, bro, again, don't believe everything you see on the internet, Fox. This is what I'm telling you, man. So when everybody starts to say like our president's dumb, this is the same. Okay, you're about to say that about the same person who literally got mad about California being like, "Hey, no voter ID," and we were like, "The fuck are you talking about, you fucking idiots?" Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Don't believe everything you fucking see, man. Because literally, that as soon as you said, I was like, let's go fucking look this up right now. Like, really, is he really gonna fucking make a law that you can drive without a driver's license? Come on, man. Like, sheesh. Again, dude, check sources. Always check sources, check them facts, everything like that. There is no reason why the president would ever make a law like that. And I know a lot of people are saying a lot of dumb shit about the big, beautiful bill and making it seem like he's doing a lot of other shit too. And I'm promising you, it's not happening. It's not happening. Okay. A lot of this is just bad Google searching, fucking being misinformed, and a lot of fucking disinformation out there. But at the end of the day, what I was trying to say real quick was that, well, Casey Tron here is trying to make a bad name for all this stuff. Look, until he stand here, be doing this again. I have epilepsy, right? So at the end of the day, if I take take a hit or something like that, again, I'm doing so to help with my seizures. I have to deal with lights, sunlight, all this other stuff like that that can actually affect my my seizures and stuff like that. The other thing too is like just even if you're doing it as a recreational thing too is like handle your shit, Thaddeus. You know, it's like, dude, you gotta be this much of a little bitch that you can't handle like one little fucking hit. And she does it off of a fucking volcano too. Look at that. No need to cough like a fucking 1,000 times, all that stuff like that. I kind of also feel like though that she's doing the cough on purpose a little bit though. Like I don't know about you guys, but like there's a part of me that's like, is she coughing on purpose though? There's people that do that. They think that you have to cough. There's the old saying, "Cough to get off." And it's if you don't, you know, like if you don't cough, you're not gonna get high. And it's like that's not true. Like my ADHD is over hyperventing again. I know, bro. You're all good. I just let you know. I was like, again, my big thing is just I always just want people to make sure that they double check sources, things like that, and other things like that too. Like, look, at the end of the day, I used to be, very much the same person as you in a lot of ways there, Fox, when I was very anti-Trump in a lot of ways. And again, now I am a person who literally voted for Trump. Okay. And when I was anti-Trump, a lot of the stuff I would do would be things that were, just these offhand topics or, points that you would hear from like CNN and all this other stuff like that. That if you went and took the time to go and look into, you find out that 90% of it's not even fucking true. That's what pisses me off about the media, is that a lot of the shit that they'll say about Trump is so fucking not true. You never voted. So my big thing too, like, look, man. So like, I'm not gonna be mean and say like I normally would say, but look, normally if somebody doesn't vote, I will just be mean and be like, well, you don't fucking have a right to say a goddamn thing, anyways. But I will be nice and just be like this. Hey, look, if you don't vote, I would just urge you to please go get educated and vote. Because even if you think that your vote does not matter, it does. Legitimately, your vote does matter. But I urge you to go educate yourself on every point that there's out there. So like when you have people out there going to be our president and stuff like that, right? Be sure to go look on both sides. Don't just get your news from one side. All right, there we go. But get your news from both sides, because if you're getting your news only from one side, then you're not going to get the best over encompassing. Ground News is actually a really good site for this, because you do get then a statistic that shows you how much of everybody's covering it, what the actual synopsis of the story is, what the actual truth is, where you can find all these other sources. This is another reason why I do get a lot of my information off of X, because a lot of times it's just people posting articles, that you can go fact check, or it gets community noted, all that type of stuff like that. Plus going and looking in to see what actual like lawmakers are saying, with the actual like videos when they actually do the actual interviews and stuff like that. So that way you can try to get it right from the horse's mouth. Hopefully it's not then doctored or edited like a lot of the Kamala videos were. And that's another thing too, is like seeing how much of that shit in the mainstream media gets doctored. That's why I look forward to seeing stuff that isn't in the mainstream media. That's why a lot of people were so mad that she didn't go do the Joe Rogan podcast. She would have given us a real insight of her versus the scripted version that we were only allowed to see on all these other podcasts. That's why everyone was like, no, just go on Rogan. We got to see the real JD Vance. We got to see the real fucking the real Donald Trump. And when we saw the real Donald Trump, again, it's one of those moments where you're sitting there and you're just like, shit. Like, again, one thing I've always said about Donald Trump is that he doesn't sound like a politician. He just sounds like every other person. And I think that's what resonates with so many people. He just sounds like you or I, just having a conversation with people. And people resonate with that shit because they go, yeah, that's what I want. I don't want to get lost in the jargon. I don't want to get lost in not having a degree or a bachelor's in fucking, law. So fucking, if I don't have a fucking master's in law and I don't understand everything the president says, then I may not want to vote for that person, right? Whereas Trump just sounds like a regular human being that says, oh yeah, these guys are fucking idiots. You're like, oh shit, he just said that, didn't he? He'll say the layman's terms, and I like that because it keeps you able to understand what he's going for and what he's after, versus being like, man, I don't know if he's being truthful. I don't know what he's all about. You know what Trump's about. He keeps that shit out in the public. That's why I hate when people go, yeah, well, Trump's not actually for that. Oh, you mean the thing that he said he actually was for? Yeah, he's not actually for that. It's like, oh, okay. Because they're always like that whole idea of like, oh, we're so used to being lied to by our politicians that there's no way that your politician just says what he's all about. That's what they're about, man. And it's the sad truth. Trump is actually 100% transparent. I mean, I agree with Nux. I do agree with Nux on this when it comes to the fact that this is the most transparent actual administration that we've ever had, ever, truly.
Frogan, who bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission?
And it says this shit.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
And then as her giant fat ass.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
And denim.
That pisses me off. You walk away. You do all that shit. And then you go, what happened? That's why you leave the fucking wireless headphones on, you fat cow. Okay? Her microphone isn't attached to her headphones. So her and Denims, these fucking dumb bitches, could literally be like, move microphone, get up, still listen to video, go take a piss, go grab something to eat, do whatever. Come back and be like, oh man, pause. All that shit they just said, and just start going in on that stuff. Instead, nope. You don't do it right. You're not doing it right. Like, again, pause the video then. Go fucking take a piss. Go get some food, whatever the case is. Stop being a fucking absolute idiot.
The queen of self-owning, and my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. God, she's so stupid, dude.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier?
And he literally fucking says, yeah, again.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm
dude, literally, how many times could she just be like, oh, he didn't do this, does this? Like, literally, seriously, Denims, how fucking dumb are you, girl? You don't do any research into anything that you fucking say. You're just like, he's never said this. Oh, there's all these statements from all the victims. You're right. That you refuse to fucking give the time of day for. Because when you went and reacted to the video, if you would have waited 15 seconds longer, the other video, or the other person that comes on and says that she was raped by those people, fucking says it right after the other lady, but then you're like, no, see, they never said this. God, she's such an idiot.
And let's start with my favorite.
She has a negative fucking 900 IQ. Dude, yeah, I'm not even going to deny that. Dude, she is dumber than a box of rocks, man. Literally, like, it's funny because fucking Pegasus said this, or no, was it Pegasus or no, it was Nux. It was Nux, I think, that said it, about the fact that when Ethan leaves the room and it's just a chair, then it's that fact that the chair has actually gained more, is a more actual entertainment than the actual person because it has a higher IQ. And I think in this case, this is also the same. The chair in Denim's case has a higher IQ than Denim's herself. So therefore, when she leaves just a chair there, she's actually doing a better service to us because the chair has better commentary than she does.
The prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Casey Tron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say.
Dude, that really fucking was.
So comfortable. We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Casey Tron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Casey Tron smoked 42 times during her reaction.
42 times, sorry, my bad.
As a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking in her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot.
Yep,
To give
we
you an
just saw
idea,
that.
the
We
majority
just
of
saw
her
that.
commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the
But
hell
you
is
kids love
going
anime,
on?
right?
Dude, jeez, oh Pete, man.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Pretty chronic over there. Dude, I mean, she's put me to shame, dog. Like, I feel like, guys, man, like, if I ever do this on a stream where I am smoking more than I talk, or play a video game, please let me know.
What do you look? You think I made this?
Like, I mean, straight up, dude, I'll do a smoking stream, right? I've done that, right?
And as dumb as all of that is,
The
this
drag
is the
counter
part
is
that
insane,
really
dude. That's what
got
gets
her
me the
sued.
most.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this.
Because I know I vape
without
more than I
necessarily
fucking actually really dab or anything
supporting
else like that on stream.
Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through
Dude.
her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could
100%.
should not do that.
100%. I actually gotta take a piss real quick, actually, speaking of which, chat, and I'm gonna do this. I'll be right back.
Tell me that it's all okay. Tell me we will find a better way. Just tell me that it's all okay. Just tell me that we'll find a better way. A better way, a better day. There's gotta be, it's you and me, it's everything. A better way, a better day. Just promise me we'll find a better way. Should never sleep alone. This isn't how we used to speak so cold. Remember when our hearts would overflow. So tell me that it's all okay. Tell me Tell me that we'll find a better way, a better way, a better day. It's gotta be, it's you and me, it's everything. A better way, a better day. Just promise me we'll find a better way. I lost your love, I fucked it up, but we'll be found again. It's not enough, I won't give up, I swear it's not the
I click the right mouse, that would be good. Alright, I am back. Like, I'm clicking on the fucking razor mouse. I forgot that I fucking had stopped using that one there. Alright, so I had a customer come in right as I was getting done doing everything, and I was like, of course.
Especially
Literally, as I got out of the bathroom, I was like, oh, man, let's go to wash my hands up real quick and stuff like that. And he was like, oh, yeah, no problem. Of course, I was like a little bit of a pass.
Oh, sorry, that was a flying start. Almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room.
I do like that. No.
I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically. Hell yeah." Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating?
So it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Like, that's okay. That's a good example of why you don't play the whole video in its entirety then. If you aren't going to add new shit throughout the video as it's continuing, you don't add anything, you should just probably end the video right then and there. Because, like, again, I think with commentary channels as a whole, the biggest thing that we all got to constantly keep in mindset is just, excuse me, I think, like, one or two fuck-ups here or there, like every maybe a couple of videos or something like that, nobody's going to be like, oh my gosh, you're an asshole, right? But if, like, you do it actively, like every video for quite an amount of time, it starts to become a pattern. It starts to become a thing that we go, oh, you're doing that on purpose. You know, they used a site too that takes the link from YouTube. It makes it non-profitable to the maker of the YouTube video itself, akin to downloading a video off the platform. Oh, shit. So, see, that's even worse. That's even scummier. Okay, you know what? I want that pinned. I want this message pinned. I'm going to copy. And then what I'm going to do is, I want to do this so that you get credit for this as well over on my, I don't know if I can pin it on YouTube. I think I can. Here we go. Dash. Yes. Okay, I want to pin this on each one of these sites here, chat, because this is actually an important thing that he just said here. Because at the end of the day, chat, the reason why, you know, in my opinion, that I find you read into the suit itself, they did with the subreddit. Oh, so okay, so that's why he was bringing up the whole H3 Snark. Okay, that makes more sense. Then I thought it was just that H3 Snark sent them the links. The fact that those links were like in pretty much like a downloaded version or like a hyperdrive or whatever the case is, so that they can watch it without it giving the actual owners money as well. On top of them having all those thousands or hundreds of people watching the videos as well. Dude, that's literally a triple scum effect. You only get into just yeah. Go ahead. It's 80 pages. Fucking A, dude. Fucking A. The fact that all three of the girls try to get their fucking GoFundMes up too before each other was also hilarious. And I guess Denham's trying to get hers up before anybody else did. Or it's like, I think Frogan's got hers up first, and then Denham's got hers up second because she wanted to get hers up before Casey Tron. But they're all like trying to compete against each other. Each one of them is trying to get 100K to fund their fucking legal battle. And it's like, dude, you're fucking insane.
The same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds.
She can't even fucking speak English. She can't, and I say that in the sense that she's literally just reading the time, dude. She's just reading the time sync. Like, me, 13 minutes, 29 seconds. There, boom, done. Okay? Okay, let me move my fucking thing.
It's been the same shit over and over again. The hour period you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour.
1 hour, 1 minute, and 32 seconds.
Hour, 1 minute, and 32 seconds.
How hard is it to say that, girl? How
again.
fucking hard
This
is it to
video
say
could have
that?
been condensed into
Jeez,
20
Pete.
fucking minutes. Like what commentary do you?
And then like heart cake, baking stream, and she's literally got it set to 100 subs. Okay, which mind you, 100 subs on Twitch is paying you fucking like only $250. But she does these emergency rent streams, and it's like, dude, how are you buying all this food to fill up your fat fucking face, yet you have constantly to beg your chat for money for rent? Where you should be paid as a mod. But like, okay, if I'm at Hassan's level, I'm going to tell you this right now, for all you mods in my chat right now, if I am making the money that Hassan is making, you are all being paid. I will literally pay every single one of you a fucking decent wage for being in my streams, especially, let's say if we're making like legitimately Hassan money, I would try to make sure that I probably have to keep it to a few people, right? But I would try to do it like daytime and afternoon ones, right? So this way, daytime mods can log off, afternoon mods can come on in, and then boom, they take care of the rest of the stuff throughout the rest of the stream, right? Because that way you can stream for like 12 hours a day. 6 hours you pay your daytime mods, 6 hours you pay your nighttime mods, right? They do this for however many days you want to do it a week, right? You have that set schedule. Then you go, okay, I'm going to pay you a living wage because you're dedicating 6 hours of your time to my stream. You should get a good living wage. If you can pay somebody at least a living wage for 6 hours a day to be in your stream, I guarantee you that's going to start to actually change some things, okay? Here's what I mean about that. Your moderators then go, oh, well, shit, I'm being paid to do this, okay? They're going to want to then be better moderators. They're going to want to then do more content. They're going to actually share your shit out more because they feel like they should because they're being paid, right? Then they're going to start posting on Facebook all the time. They're going to post on Twitter all the time. They're going to post on TikTok all the time. You're not even asking them. They're doing it because why? You're paying them, okay? You're paying them like $1,000 a month, something like that. Yeah, they can easily start doing something like that for you. $1,000 is easily somebody's rent. But if you're getting paid $1,000 and then you only have to work maybe a part-time job in between, and that gets you also $1,000, well, there you go. Now you have all your money that you need. If you live in an area where $2,000, okay, ideally should pay for most of your stuff and you live off of that, move. Please move, okay? Or just know that you need a better job, okay? If you're going to live in the metropolitan area, just know that like $2,000 is not going to do shit. Okay, if you live in fucking San Francisco, your rent alone is $7,500. Okay? Okay? So just saying, your job better fucking pay like $12,000 a month. All right? Not even joking if you live in San Fran. Just saying. Because that's legitimately why most people can't afford to live out by themselves. All right? Here where I live, we bitch as it is, and it's only like fucking, I'm not even joking. For my rent, it's like 500 something bucks. Okay? That's shitty because like it used to only be like $300, but yeah, dude, that's how low of rent I pay. Okay, so yeah, when I say that you should move to a place that's going to benefit you, if you do, because that's why you pay less rent, you have more money, therefore other things. Okay, and look, and in some cases, some of y'all can't do that, right? Because you're young enough, you can't do it. You live with your family, understandable, but keep it in mind so that when you get to that point, you can do such thing. Because literally, you should never have to be bound by the fact that, well, my family lives here. That's cool, great, fancy. But at the end of the day, though, are they paying your bills? No? Okay, then. Find a place that's cheap enough for you to pay your bills. Okay? Then you can always go back home and you can visit your family all you want because you got your bills paid all the time. You can afford to take vacations when they can't. Then they might think about that. Then they might move closer to you. See? 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 That's how it works.
By like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube?
It starts on page 18? Okay.
That's a good point. What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious.
Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, I changed my mouse to have the outline of the cyan blue, which I thought looked really cool. with the black inside of it, because the default is just the white with the black gray in it. And I was like, you know what? This is the reverse of the Windows mouse one. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a cyan blue with it. 2 minutes later.
He thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide.
What happened?
What happened?
Fucking talking about,
you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right?
Yeah, for 2 minutes, pause it.
Bathroom, you just pause it. They should be watching for you.
Not the video.
To go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video. They're clearly not watching for you, right? As lazy and pathetic as her.
That is legitimately just like the argument I've said before, is that why some people don't want to collab with somebody else is because they don't want to lose their viewers to that person. So why would you then therefore leave up somebody else's video who's a better content creator than you, leave, go use a bathroom, again, like you said, because I would say they're there to watch the video, not you. See what we're saying here? See what we're saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man. I look at this and I see a lot of vitriol that's coming out towards Ethan right now for no reason on, like, Dick Sarato trying to take fucking Hassan's side, saying that, again, the whole lawsuit bullshit. And it's like, look, dude, look, Ethan has every right to sue these fucking dumb bitches. These guys literally fucking stole the content. They did not change, alter, or do anything that would actually showcase them using in fair use, right? You have to do a set criteria to fall under fair use. They did not. The way you wrote that, yeah, exactly, though, bro, exactly. It's like, again, it's not asking for much to just be like, hey, look, you got to use the bathroom, pause the video, go use the bathroom. You got to go make some food, pause the video, go use it. Do what I do, right? Put some music on in the background, go do what you got to do. Right? That's what I just did. I just decided to throw on some YouTube music, copyright-free music, which I gotta laugh because, guys, this music here. I had a joke and do that. But look at this fucking thing. Look how badass that image is. And then this is the music that's playing right now. I thought it was gonna be something harder. I thought we were gonna get like something like some trap style music or anything like that. And it's this. This is like a pop playlist. Yeah, you got some badass like like fucking ninja or samurai with fucking the skeletal look, like almost gonna have like a Pirates of the Caribbean look to it. But fucking legitimately, dog, like watch party is a pretty cool idea, but it has to be done in a way to help the original guy. That's not a lawful part of it. Well, that's why, like, look, I think that if you're gonna do a watch party, then just do it in a fucking Discord. That way you don't have to worry about all that shit, right? Because like that's what we used to always do. We used to be like, all right, guys, we're gonna go jump into the Discord. We're gonna go ahead and watch. We're gonna go watch a movie together, right? We would literally just do movie nights where we all got to sat together. We all got to kind of like do like we did that one night with the rip tracks where we're all ripping apart a movie where we're sitting there eating popcorn and stuff like that, watching. Or we just all sit together and watch a movie that it's all come out. We all want to sit together and chill, do like a movie party thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I think, especially because like as adults, I don't think that you got to stop having like parties like that like, as a kid, right? Like, how many kids had pizza parties, right? Why as an adult, you got to stop having a pizza party? Why can't we be like, hey guys, everybody go get like a small personal pizza. We're gonna go fucking put this movie on in Discord, and then we all have a little pizza party, and then like they'll take pictures of your pizza and all that stuff like that, share it and everything like that, and in the Discord, and like we all talk about our little pizza party, get some pajamas on, and just have a good old fun time. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we all do that as adults, right? Why do we have to go to somebody's house like that, right? Especially when we all live how many miles away from each other, right? So I feel like that's a fun way of doing it. But yeah, if you're gonna do a watch party, like I think that's why I just don't like watch parties on stream. I think it's because it's too easy for it to become something unlawful. Whereas like the riff tracks thing, like I like doing that, but then it's like the one part of the riff tracks thing live that a lot of people don't like in the streams is that they don't get paid attention to. And it's like, but that's not the point though of doing something like a riff tracks. We're paying attention to that film right now because we have to make sure that we're talking, doing all this stuff. Because if we don't do that, it's going to be fucking unlawful and we could be in trouble for it too. So that's the other reason why I don't always like doing it like that too. Casey did this. I love USC. Say Casey did this with the USC match. This would have been. Oh, dude. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's my Kick. So I remember being on Kick, right? And we had some friends that would try to stream wrestling and stuff like that. And we would try to tell them, yo, dude, don't stream it, okay? Like, if you stream the wrestling, they might get upset with you because it's a pay-per-view event. But yeah, well, I paid for it, though. I should be okay. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think that's how it works. And I remember watching a friend have their channel almost get taken down because legitimately he does it, and then the kicks fucking actual staff comes and goes, yo, turn that shit off. And he was like, oh, shit, my bad. I told him, dude, I was like, dude, you got lucky, dude. He's like, yeah, well, I just didn't think it would be fair. He was like, I even put a filter on it, so I thought it would make it okay. It's like, it does not matter. It's a live pay-per-view event. So what they do, they just started doing that stuff in fucking the Discord and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's better then. You know, again, look, I shouldn't really say better because technically you are still stealing, you are doing it wrong. But at the end of the day, unless somebody reports that Discord, then nobody's really going to say anything, right? And I think that's much more fair because I'm not going to report that shit. Look, that's what I mean. Like, I like doing watch parties. There's sometimes we've had to use some less than legal sites to get our videos. You know, so it's we can actually try to fucking like showcase a movie because we just want to watch a movie together. You know, and nobody has it or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck, man. But like, I honestly, like, I like doing watch parties, but I think they should only be allowed in Discord. That's it. I just think that like Discord should have like this thing where you can just do all these watch parties because especially like COVID, dude, that saved so many people from like losing their shit or like literally like their loved ones being, you know, trapped overseas and then they can't fucking see them, but then they can do like a Discord call and watch a movie together to have kind of a date night again. That helped a lot of couples, dude. Like it really did. So I think that people really need to take a step back and really evaluate what that is about. You know, the content creator wise, I mean, because it's like, as a content creator, do you really need to be watching fucking Harry Potter on stream with everybody? Really? Can't you just do that in your Discord? Oh, it's not the same? Really? It's not the same? I doubt that. I fucking doubt that. You know, it's like, I don't know, man. There's just a lot of excuses, I feel like, for those things. I feel like there's a lot of excuses that get made for that.
Reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the new ethic.
What the fuck? What are they? Hell's Kitchen? Why would you watch something that popular on stream too? Like, none of these things look like worth it. Why would you have these goals like this? So the goal isn't for, my lord. The goal isn't for 100 subs, chat. The goal is for 1,000 subs. So even though it says 100 subs, she got 100 subs. Then it should reset to 100, and then get it to 1,100. What a scummy bitch! Just make the thing 2,000, and then you post a goal thing, like either on a doc like that, like every so often you show what the goals are, or like most people do, have some fun little writing on some text on your overlay that says each level for your goals. I don't know, that's like what everybody else fucking does. Like, instead of doing this scummy shit. I don't know, the reason why I find this scummy is because there's some people who might just come into your stream, see you have 0 subs, and they're like, oh man, that really sucks. She hasn't got any subs yet. Well, here's like 34 subs for you. And then it's like, sweet, you just added to like the 1,100 goal. And you're like, wait, whoa. You actually have that many subs? I thought you had no subs. So I was giving you money.
Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people. I came from the
The snark, yeah, the H3 snark, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course you're saying nice things to them.
We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal.
Wow, what a dumbass.
I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top, just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes
Denim Street.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, "Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that
so we're one of
terrible
the
video,
knickknacks here.
give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content." Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Why would you do that?
You do look better.
Mr. 305.
Like, seriously, why would you do that?
You should do this. I have an alternate.
That's the bond. I love that.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it,
Again, you see how she does that?
Watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here, because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Oh, I didn't want to watch it by myself. I was so scared, guys.
Asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party?
Wow.
I don't think that's fair use. Now,
Nope.
Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The Queen
no.
of Self
I wouldn't be that surprised, really.
Disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer, and I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos.
Oh,
and
really?
Stuff like that, because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole
You sure about
team and
that?
stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. Like I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like I guess bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like
That is actually strong.
started
You were
streaming,
3 milligrams, chat.
Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never.
That doesn't make it okay.
A bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch.
Just because your fans are lazy as shit does not make it okay. You know what I mean, chat?
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch
It's
it,
like,
so they don't have
like
to
the way she's
scroll through
describing
YouTube and
this,
find
like
it.
legit. Okay, so the way I'm taking this, right? It's like, well, okay, you know, everyone wants to like hang out with your friends and watch a thing together. So it's like, we should totally be able to do this. But like, you know, when you're watching the thing, you don't want to be talking to the whole thing the entire time, right? Like, oh my gosh, it's so rude. And it's like, that doesn't fucking make it fair use, one, and two, it doesn't make it okay because your fans don't want you talking through it all the time. Again, it's like the whole concept. It's like, dude, if your fans don't want you talking through it and stuff like that, maybe they should just go fucking like I've heard Asmongold get off on people like that, dude, like straight up. Like literally, somebody will come at him and be like, "Don't you think you're pausing the video too much?" And you're like, "Hey, you want to watch the video without pausing or any of that stuff like that? You go watch the video. But you go stop watching the stream right now. You go watch the video and then come back afterwards, right? But don't spoil the video." And it's like, dude, for real. Like, okay, look, you want us to do this properly. You want us to do fair use, then you need to let us do it properly then. Okay? Can't be fucking doing it the wrong way. So, yeah, these people are just fucking ridiculous out here, dog.
Video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That's
that, my
fucking...
friend, is called theft, and you're a thief.
Yes.
And now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, you know, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm copying even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you
civil
have
offense,
it.
yes. It is a civil offense. It's not an actual like crime. It's not like a
geniuses.
actual criminal crime. Well, I don't know. Like, honestly, wait a minute. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, though, C4. I mean, wouldn't that actually fall under a crime? Because, yeah, he's suing for a civil offense. But after a while, I would consider this to be a conspirator, like a conspire to defame or to, would be maybe to commit fraud, right? A conspiracy to commit fraud. That's actually what I think it's what it would be. Like, would that not be a crime? Because it's conspiracy to commit fraud by defrauding somebody of the views of a video by purposely funneling the 3 or 4 people. So ideally, the video would only get those 3 or 4 views, when in reality, it's getting actual hundreds of thousands of views through people watching it. So I mean, I would honestly say that would be necessarily a crime. I mean, I don't know. Again, Ethan's got his lawyers on this one, so I don't know. I'm not a fucking lawyer or anything like that, or a fucking a professional or anything like that, or an expert in law. But I would just assume though that maybe that would fall under that category, unless there's just a reason why that doesn't fall under that category. Maybe it's because it's online and shit like that. I don't know. But I would love to see if like somebody could actually like answer that question. Like we could get an actual lawyer or anybody who could actually look into that and be like, I don't know, maybe could he actually look into that and be actually a crime now versus it just being a fucking civil offense too? Because if it's just a civil offense, then it just relies on Ethan having to try to prove all this stuff like that, right? But if it becomes an actual crime, then the state or the city or the state, I can't remember which one. I think it's the city. Would be able to get involved with that, and they would be able to put in resources and so forth, so on, to prove all these things as well, too. So, I might be wrong on that, though.
And I hope it's been obvious.
Again, I'm not an expert on law.
I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously.
Yes.
And that's the part that really got me.
Yeah.
I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most
I mean, because I think there's a lot of people who just fuck up and they make that mistake and they don't do it right. You know what I mean, chat? Like maybe they don't fucking link the videos. Maybe they're not talking enough. Maybe they got up in the middle of the video once or twice. Whatever the case is, right? But I think a lot of times it's not out of malicious intent. It's literally like, they just don't think about it and then they just go do it. And then it's like, oh shit, I should have done that. You know what I mean? Like I can totally see that more so from that. Whereas with all 3 of these girls, they all maliciously said, hey, guys, we are going to watch this video so we don't give Ethan Klein money, so come watch it through me. That is fucked. That is literally committing, in my opinion, a fraud. Like, you are defrauding him of the views because you guys don't want him to make money off of that, off the ad rev and all that stuff. So, which is fine, because he's going to make money off your guys' fucking lawsuit, which, hey, as he says, make sure to go and support these 3 girls because he's definitely going to want some money of that. So, yeah, I just cannot believe the absolute audacity. Like, again, the Harry Potter and the audacity of these bitches. Like, fucking, dude, it's insane. Absolutely insane. We got that posted there, though. I'm going to go ahead and post these links here real quick, chat. Be sure to go watch this video. Be sure to go subscribe to Ethan as well. The dude is a legend out there with the content. He has been doing a great job with this. And if I can, too, I would like to actually do another little shout-out here real fast to another legendary content creator who's out here on YouTube as well, but who's been covering all of this stuff here from, like, the start of all this with Hassan. That would be Nux. So if you guys could, please go give Nux and Or a follow as well. This dude is absolutely a fucking legend. He has done so much to actually shine a light on a lot of the problems that have happened here. He is also over on Kick. That's where he streams primarily. Also, the link for the video will also be in my description, where it might be H3H3 podcast. So that way you guys can just go check out his podcast, just in general. But yeah, guys, honestly, I'm blown away by this. I really am. I didn't think we would really see something like this quite happen. You know what I mean? Like, again, I knew something along the lines would come out like a lawsuit towards somebody down the road, eventually in commentary, because there was just so much of it being not done right. I just never thought that it would go this route, or it would be from the Ethan. So it's crazy to see how this is all going. But guys, honestly, I think this might help clean up the whole commentary and reactionary channels a little bit. I think a lot of people might start actually doing a better job of being content creators versus just trying to get by and get away with shit that they feel like they can because kind of how Ethan said, oh, well, my political values align with said person on Twitch or YouTube as moderation team, so I'm fine. I don't have to worry about this. And that is ultimately what has cost a lot of people right now. So honestly, it's been crazy to see how this is all gone, guys. But hey, I honestly I'm not surprised at the same time. But hey, eventually it had to happen, guys. It had to happen. But hey, this has been your boy Debbie. I'm gonna sign off here, guys. I will be back live most likely probably when I get home. We'll probably do a little of the ascent tonight. We'll see how that all goes, guys. Much love to everybody. I appreciate everybody for stopping on through here, guys. It was a blast, and I will see you all in the next one. I will definitely try to tonight, bro.